So we spent 40 bucks at the Wagga Tip, and what have we got here? Got two old side pull Victors. One of them will get used for parts, one will get fully restored. But the one that gets used for parts will get used on not only one that gets restored, but another one that I've got sitting there that needs an ignition coil. Got a electric start Victa 2-stroke. Hopefully we'll be able to get that key start working on it. Nice old Victa slasher, 70s unit. A Victa tilter cut. A 4-stroke Victa with sort of parts only type deal. And a 2-stroke Suzuki Rover. I'm going to change that to a 4-stroke engine. So what did we get? We got this old Victa 4-stroke with a Tecumseh motor on it. I walked past it a couple of times to begin with, but figured for $5 I can get a set of wheels. So I've got a set of handles, I've got a throttle cable, and you never know, the engine might be okay. But here's your common Victa rust spot that I was talking about in another video. Don't too often see that out here where we are in the country, but there you go. Got the nice alloy Rover mower with it's got a 2-stroke Suzuki motor in it. That's going to go away and make room for a Briggs & Stratton Quantum engine, I'd say. Just seems a waste to have this really nice thick alloy deck without a decent 4-stroke motor on it. These motors are really good when they're running right, but they can be very finicky, and this one's missing parts off it, so I haven't got much in the way of spares. That'll be spare parts for that one. And this one over here that's been waiting for some TLC. This thing actually has fuel in it, so I'm going to try it in a minute. Tilter cut edger, clean it up nicely. Someone's got the belt around back to front at the moment, so it's spinning the blade the wrong way, and it's got the wrong blade on it, so easy enough. Carburetor clean, and it's a very nice original machine. This one, underneath all the bird crap and dust, looks very nice and original. And an electric start Victa 2-stroke. Not unusually rare, but don't see a lot of them now either, so I'll have a tinker with that one as well. So first things first, I wanted to see if this engine's any good. Otherwise, I'll just scrap it and keep the wheels. If the engine's okay though, we'll bolt it onto another frame. So I'm going to have to try a different starter, because that one's very tight and doesn't bring the rope back in. Might have to clean this carburetor quickly as well. So, alright, we'll get to that. Pull this carb off and find another starter. So we've put a new starter on. Alexi's just going to add some oil. It's not going to fill it all the way up, but just enough that we can give it a run.
That much?
Nah, pour the whole lot in, sweetie.
Okay.
It was just on low, so, or in the add mark. Keep going. But you can only pour in a little bit at a time, can't you?
Yeah, because it looked like it was...
Yeah, it'll overflow.
Yeah.
And then, in a minute, we'll just pour some, spray something in the air intake just to see if the engine will actually fire. Watch out, Alan, you're spilling a little bit down the side. Don't worry about it. We'll clean it off later. So we've got a little bit of fuel tipped in the air inlet. So we've got the throttle on run. We'll just want to see if this engine will actually run.
Nearly.
Alright, so now we'll pull the carb off and give it a clean out. It actually sounds quite good. So here's our carburetor removed. A little bit of stuffing about involved. So while we've got the carb off, we might clean the engine. Since it sounds like it's going to run alright, I'll waste a little bit of money on degreaser now. And then we'll strip this down and see what it's about inside. So it's not all clogged up. Sometimes when they're left with fuel for too long, they'll like stick up. So that's all right. So yeah, we'll clean this off and clean that carb out, and we'll find out why the lights keep going on and off, the little 12-volt solar ones. Oh, we got some nice weather, haven't we? Anyhow, wait for this air compressor to finish filling up and clean this carb out. I'll basically wash the outside of it first and then pour it down. So we'll start off by taking this bowl off. And ugh, yuck.
Yucky.
That's a mixture of engine oil and old fuel. Just crud, I think. It's not like it's awful. The main part with these carbs I've always had problems with is the needle and seat not sealing properly. So we can't get it right. I think that engine's worth spending $23 on and getting a brand new carburetor for. Not genuine, aftermarket, but they work. So that's all that's wrong with the motor. Yeah, I'll build that and put it on another frame. So, clean this jet. Can't even see where the holes are going to be on it. Clean out this, and then just sort of give it a spray with carb cleaner, check all the passages, take this float off. Just give it all a really good clean. So we'll come back in a minute once I've washed it all up. So reassembly time. Start off, get the needle, put on the float there. Not entirely happy with how the seat came up, but if we can make the engine run for this video and then put a brand new carb on it before I sell it, that's a bonus. If I have to go and buy a brand new carburetor before I can finish this video, I suppose, well, that's life as well. So there's a dent in the bottom of the float bowl, and it goes towards where the pin is here. Dent, flat spot, whatever you want to call it. And then just your main jet screw in the bottom here. Now we'll go and refit it to the mower. So we'll try some fuel on this. Hopefully our carburetor works. Otherwise we'll have to come back in a few days when a new one turns up. So we made a new gasket for the inlet manifold out of cereal box, as you do. The biggest problem always have with these engines is carbs and flooding. So anyway, hopefully at least get a bit of run time out of it. It's a heap of fuel. Put our little plug for that. There it is. There's our fuel. There's a box of parts here. I'll just run it without an air filter for a couple of minutes. Obviously raining, there's no dust about anyway. Let's see how we go. Let's come out here. Run. We might chuck an exhaust on that quickly, hey? Forgot that. Alright. That was a little bit noisy. Which way around does that go? Someone tell me? I think it's that way. Wow, that was a bit loud. Sorry for headphone users. Doesn't look like our carb's flooding, which is a good sign. Do need to replace this primer valve before I sell it though. It's got a few cracks in it. Don't deliberately sell things to people knowing that they're going to fail. So, all right, we'll try again, eh? While we give this a bit of a run, out near frame, I've already picked it out, and just leave this run for a while we go and strip it out. So we've got this victa frame here. It's in pretty good shape, and you know, if it wasn't for the damage that someone inflicted on this engine, the engine's in pretty good shape. So not that old, but someone decided to cut the blade boss off with a friggin' angle grinder. So unfortunately the engine's sort of parts only, but if we refit that Tecumseh motor on this much newer frame. So we'll just take these engine bolts out and we'll put this motor on their spares pile. May even change the crankshaft in it down the track. Never know. Anyway, it's a good block. When I bought this mower, I didn't even look underneath it. Have a look at it. Good, fairly recent. Rigs and strapping on it. Why someone did that? It's got me beat. Anyhow. Here in the background, she's still running good. Once I get this engine off, we'll turn it off for a bit and we'll go and get this frame clean. And we'll go and strip the engine off the other base and bolt it on here. So we've removed the engine off the original frame. Before we chuck this, there's still some good stuff on it. So we've got a full set of wheels here. I will use those myself, but you know, I've got $5 invested into this mower. If I wanted to sell the wheels, I'd probably get $20 on eBay for them. So, we've got our front axle here, seems in good nick. We might keep our rear axle, and we've also got to keep our handlebar mounts, our catcher flap in good shape as well. So, we're just waiting for some paint to dry on our new base we're using. I'll put a second coat on. So while that dries, I'm going to clean up some washers and whatnot. That's our engine mount washer's done. Now we'll clean up this blade disc here. So from a safety perspective, I might actually replace it. I'll give it a wire wheel. If it's still really thick in the middle here, I'll keep it. I'm a bit inclined to get rid of it though. no cracks in it. I'll give it a bit of use myself. So these blades are still reasonable as well. So, I'll use it a bit myself and I'll inspect it thoroughly before it goes out again. I'm not selling mowers at the moment, I'm just getting them ready. We've just started winter here, so I'm getting a bunch of them ready for springtime. That's when we sell up big. Everything will get a once over before it goes out anyway, so the main part is at the moment getting everything running nice. I'm pretty much 100%, but you know, a few things are going to need a little bit of TLC after sitting a few months when springtime rolls around. Oh, back in a minute. This looks like it's usable anyway. Let's slap the paint on. This one's never going to look great. Unfortunately, it's hard to strip these and repaint them because this one's powder coated, so you spend a lot of time getting that old coating off. So it's better off just touching it up and send it on its merry way. So, just replaced our engine mounting bolts. Two of them snapped undoing them. They're just too rusty. I'll just put this blade plate back on and we'll give it a good test run. There we go. Alright, so I've got a little fuel leak. Just this fuel bowl seal's a bit shit. Anyhow, we'll lift it back up now and it'll stop leaking. So, and it's only when it's been tipped over, so that's not a big deal. Still, if I find one laying around before time comes, I'll replace it. So there's one little issue. This motor's when I've started to back up. None of these frames are perfectly straight. So this one has probably been squashed at some point at the tip. The very tip of the blade is hitting the base. I'll shut it down, have a quick look, and we'll quickly just give it some body work. So it's just been hitting very gently just there. Obviously just when it bends the right way. We've got a way of fixing that. There we go. Apologies to headphone viewers again. And it's also a little bit close here, so once again we'll... Now we've got heaps of clearance. Something a little bit annoying, our starter broke. Luckily it started. Anyhow, I guess I'll just pry this off out of the way and we'll give it a spin and see if I can find another starter around the house. Managed to get our original starter unseized. Once you're actually on the bolt sweating, can't do that one. And it's working nicely now. So we've salvaged our new starter rope out of the other starter, and all appears to be working fine. Just how it goes with spare parts sometimes, like when you use second-hand parts. Sometimes they work forever, sometimes they just fail straight away. So we'll go and take another go. Run. Oh, come on. So there we have it, another mower pulled out of trash, resurrected to a point. It's going to last a few years for someone for very minimal cost. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, consider it please, and thanks for watching.